to another episode of St Vincent Untold Stories. On this episode, we look at Renal Roberts. Just imagine going to one of the Thapper boys' schools in St Vincent. Never made any trouble, worked so hard, went straight from employee to boss within a month. After working so hard to achieve the greater things in life, you wind up behind bars for sending your lover to Dovecat. Big ups to all of my subscribers. And if you are new to the channel, hit the like button, the subscribe button, and hit the bell icon if you wish to see more videos like this one. Vibes Cartel did a song called Me know those boys that are big and full, never broke a rule, snitching at the class. But you see, Renal wasn't any fool. He was bright like a morning star. It is alleged that back in his school days, Renal was always well dressed, nice shirt. Pants had a seam as well. Anytime you see pants had a seam, them call him is a seam. Plus, he had a shoes that was shine like velvet. Them man the thing like them a mash hands. Or the man them boots clean. Just like any other bright lad, Renal went to school and he got his education. Yes, man. The man did well. But those kind of bright men always keep to themselves. They don't have a bag of friends. They are very hard to understand. The man they lock in house for days and weeks. So for him at first, it was from work to home to work. Then he picked up a few friends, started hanging around a little bit, having a few drinks and so forth. His common law wife, on the other hand, was an outstanding citizen. She was a counselor at the family court. And to hold such a job, you've got to be doing good. Kids loved her. Adults loved her. Everyone in St. Vincent loved the little one because she was very easygoing, kind-hearted. And she was a people person, You had a problem and you wanted a solution. You come to Luan. It is alleged that she helped to turn the lives around of a couple of youths. Sometimes it have some bad youth in the community. We do a couple of rough things, no man. And them want a little help and thing, and them brought them to Luan and the other counselors. And they would try to mend them back together. When I say mend, I mean speak to them and encourage them and help them out. You see, counselors have some of the hardest jobs in St. Vincent. A lot of youths are coming from broken homes, and they also have to deal with prisoners. Counsel the bad man them wrong, so wrong a big yard. The man them will fire popo one thing. And they might ask them a couple of questions and tell them, says, there is more to life than just firing popo. Better go and learn a trade. Breaking news. They said that a body was found in a car at Buckament. When the man them checked the car, they saw that it was Luan Roberts in a sky. Person started to make allegations, said that she and a man was in an argument at Richland Park. But they wanted to know how did she end up at her Buckament in a skyline. All people have a saying, say, that when you think is bushes are people. People like to Mako, Caribbean style. It have some people, man, them body here, boy. I'll not river them a peep. When I was a boy, I remember that it had a bad man people, man, named Jungo. Boy. Anytime you see the woman, them a bed a river and thing, Jungo always have peep. One time Jungo lay down in the water and some boy been a catch her face. Boy, the man them spot her too high. The man say, why Jungo? Boy, Jungo take off. A peep, Jungo a peep. While the woman then they down the bed and wash and thing. Or the boy peeping. The allegations are that some people in Richland Park saw when a beating was administered on a lady. And they made a speculation that it was Mrs. Roberts. But persons were wondering why Richland Park. And they lived in Harmony Hall. Blah, This gal and her hair and the bad man. Ah, no, son, don't do it. Don't do it. You're embarrassing both of us. You know, you have some man like that. No crowd either. I don't want to show themselves anything. You don't do that so. When the news broke that Luan was the one inside the car, it has sent her entire work staff in to shock. But you see, right after the incident, someone sold out Renal. So the police brought him back to the scene because it is alleged that Luan had a couple of blows to the head. You see, the allegations are that there was an argument at a popular spot, and after some blows were distributed, they went home, and they said that Renal could not take it, and he took her out of her home about 2 a.m. in the morning. But you see, it is alleged that the police had evidence. There was red substance all over Luan and in the car as well. Remember, Renal wasn't a criminal. Also, how would he know how to get rid of evidence? It was just a one-off thing, something pop up, and he got nervous. Persons are saying that they had several arguments in the past. You see, from since I was a boy. There has always been this thing about Vincent and men, and that they don't understand the word done. When somebody say they are finished, they are finished. You leave them alone and you move on, and then you look for someone else. You know, Renal had a good paying job. He could have gotten any girl in this world. But you see, sometimes love is really strong. But no matter how love is strong, you have to learn to control your emotion. Otherwise, you'd end up behind bars. Look at Renan. No boy never do him nothing and bad him up. And him never have a bad up no boy who spend all 50, 60 years behind bars. Look at what the love got you in. Very long time ago, I came across an article saying that St Vincent had some of the most beautiful women in the world, and we are to cherish them. You see, Miss Roberts was also beautiful that anytime she stepped out, she caught the attention of other men. And persons are saying that is what got Reynald jealous. But when you know who you have no need to worry. Remember when I did that episode with the gentleman from Park Hill when he sent his lover to Dovecat? It was someone who called him on the phone, and told him that the girl took a ride from a man, and the man speed home and deal with the girl. And now he is behind bars, and his lover has sent her to Dovecat. You see, you can see that he did not mean it. Because when he went to court the first time, tears filled up in his eyes. He cried like a little baby. But the damage was already done, right? He can only be remorseful now of his action and get the proper rehabilitation needed to get him back into society. You see, Verenal, another guy from Park Hill did made the right choice at the right time. They are men with a big education. But now they are saying, what if? You see, they probably did not understand the way life works. There is no turning back sometime. You see, they have a saying, say, if I could turn back the hands of time, that is impossible. What is done is done. You see the thing, right? Counselors are put in place to help people. So when you take out a counselor, it goes to show that something is very wrong. Randola Stories want to say condolences to the family of Miss Roberts. She was a good citizen. Was it Christopher Martin who said that the good are thy young? Right now in this lifetime, we ought to be careful about the choices that we make. We need to know persons first before trusting them. Relationships start out really good at first, and then after it becomes bitter. What I don't understand, right? How can you say you love someone and you are placing hands on them? If you love someone, you'll try to cherish them. Don't you cherish your house and clean it? Don't you polish your car? Don't you clean your furniture and so on? And I'm not talking about only vanity, but I'm talking about as the individual. When you love someone, you show them love. You don't try to hurt them.